What's going on, everybody? In case you don't know, my name is
I
Kenneth.
don't know where to look. My name is Jasmine.
No, let's start over. Here we go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? In case you don't know, my name is Kenneth.
And I am Jasmine.
And we are walking with the Williams. And so we have left the United States and we have moved to Panama City, Panama. So we've been here since June 30th. So it's probably been around a month.
No, it's less than a month.
Okay.
Because we went to Costa Rica for a week.
Okay, so we went to Costa Rica for a week after a week of being here. And so
really only like 3 weeks.
Well, yeah, like 3 weeks. And so we just want to kind of give y'all an update of what's been going on, what have we been experiencing over these last 3 weeks, and everything like that. And so how you been feeling about the move?
Overall, it's been good. The hardest part of the move has honestly just been navigating with 2 young kids, as I mentioned a little bit about in our first video. Just because little things like our 6-year-old doesn't want to, he's always hot, or he doesn't want to walk because walking is boring. And so we don't have our vehicle here. So, of course, we are walking everywhere. We are in a very walkable part of the city. So it's not like we have to go very far. But now they have both learned what an Uber is. So he'll ask, are we walking or are we taking an Uber? And I'll be like, we're walking because this is 10, 15 minutes down the street and you can handle it. And so that's been the hardest part. Also, the 4 of us are just not used to being in the same space for this many weeks at a time, which we have the almost 3 weeks here. And then we were already traveling, making our way. I'm a teacher, so I was on a summer break already. Cairo was already out of school. So we have just been spending a lot of time together that we're not used to, which is, a growing experience. Also helped me to realize that homeschooling both kids is not something that we want to do. Kudos to all of you parents that have multiple children. Like those of y'all out there that got like 5, 6, and you homeschool them. Kudos to you. I just know that that's not something that the Lord is calling me towards. That's okay. So as a result, Eden will be going to preschool. We did visit a preschool. We really liked it. Only thing we're waiting on is it just in proximity to where we want to live so that we can still access it quickly. But honestly, overall, it has been good. No real complaints. It just is necessary for our family to get back into a routine and a structure. But this just comes with moving a family of 4 across the ocean to a new country. So expect it. And you just gotta roll with it and get through it. So
yeah, I think my biggest struggle has been because, as most people will know who have known me or been watching, I am an extrovert, and so I think one of the biggest struggles for me has been not really knowing the language. So I can't just have random conversation with people. Some people don't like small talk. I like small talk because I feel like that's the beginning of having a deeper conversation. And it's like I can't even initiate that because I don't know the language well enough to be able to have just light conversation with people. And so as an extrovert, that has definitely been a struggle for me. I haven't felt lonely yet. Um, just because it's so soon. We just got here. I think that, and I'll also kind of prepare myself because there's a couple that we follow, the Brooks, and Glenn he reminded me of me. And so he kind of, when he said that if you're an extrovert like him, you like to have conversation with people, like learning the language is going to be essential for you because he went through a stint of like loneliness. And so it was like when he told me about that, I looked at Jasmine and I was like, I feel like that's going to be me in Panama if I don't figure out the language. So I'll get better at the language. We are working really hard. I think we should try to get a tutor. I think that we should try to find a tutor or a teacher or something to teach us the language so that we can learn faster. Um, and yeah, I think I agree with Jasmine. I think that we didn't realize how much time we really spend with our kids. Um, and I don't. And I was talking to my boy the other day, and I was telling him about how most families, because you have your kids are in school for so long, so many hours of the day, you're at work for so many hours of the day, you really don't spend that much time with your kids in the grand scheme of things, right? Like you're at work for their hours. They're in school for 8 or 9 hours. And it's like then when you come home, they may have extracurricular activities that they have to do. When you come home, you do dinner, right? And then you get the kids ready for bed, and then it's like, that's it, you know? And like now it's like
Which honestly, like when
y'all
you say it like that, it sucks
around.
that is most of our that has been most of our life. It's
Yeah.
like, man, you really don't spend that much time. As a teacher, I probably spent a lot more time with other people's children than my own
Absolutely.
children.
Yeah.
Like just over the years. And then it does kind of, it's like, dang, that is true. You don't really spend that much time with your family. And so you hope to be in a place where you can spend more time with them, which is fine. Like, that's been okay. That's been whatever. But I think it's the lack of like structure and routine. Our kids are used to I do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
So we need to find a flow of it because we still will be with Cairo all day. He's gonna do oh, and he felt that more. He's gonna do some extracurricular things, but even just having him do something different like throughout the day is going to be way way helpful, and I think it'll also be helpful once I start working because I'm also so used to being in a structured routine. So being out of I have had a summer, like a long summer, which I very much so appreciate. Like,
Summering it up.
yeah, part of the reason that we want to try life in a different place is for a slower life, and so I have really been feeling that. So I'm not trying to rush the summer, but I think for me personally, getting in, I just like thrive off of the structure of a day and a week.
Yeah. Yeah. Me, I I love flying by the seat of my pants. I know that's not what the way that you're supposed to live, but you know, that's the reason why I married somebody who is the way that she is, so that she can keep me structured. But yeah,
Anything surprised you about being here?
And
not necessarily in a negative way. Yeah, it's like, oh, I didn't.
I think one of the things that kind of surprised me was how open people are to speaking English, and I came with the expectation that people were going to be more like, you need to speak my language. And we run into a lot of people where there are people that are like, nah, I don't speak English. And I'm like, all right, I get my Google Translate out and I'm like trying to hold a conversation with them doing the Google Translate. And it's that long delay of me trying to type up. I type very slowly on my phone. And so doing that, but then like,
you're just speaking to it. You already do voice to text. I
know, but why are you saying that? Like, I know. I guess I could. You're right. I could. But
there's actually a live conversation feature on Google Translate.
But it picks up.
It does. It's not that accurate.
Yeah, it's not that accurate. So, but I will say this. That was one of the things. And then like people are just very, very kind, you know.
Or even people who are bilingual, if they're close to you, like if you're in line in a store or something and they recognize that there is a language barrier, they will help translate for you. Like that has happened to us almost all the time. There's somebody near who's bilingual and they translate for us without even asking, and then you're just like, oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Yeah. So yeah, that's been a very surprising thing where it was like, there's a lot more people here who are bilingual. That's what I'm trying to say. Who are bilingual, where it's like, or they're learning English and they want to speak with you because they're like, this is an opportunity for me to practice. Like, and so I'm like, which
is how we feel. We like, oh, this is an opportunity for me to learn to speak Spanish.
Yeah. So that was pretty good. What about you?
That surprised me.
Yeah. You have any surprises?
Probably just like the similar, like people are so willing to help translate for you without you even asking. They just kind of see you struggling and they're like, oh, I can help. And that's been really kind. People are really kind to like our kids. We've been in situations where our kids are just losing their minds and people are just like, nah, they're kids, you know? So that has been really, really sweet. There's a lot of things here too we've been doing a lot of things with our kids and for our kids because we just need to keep them occupied. And so there are a ton of things to do here for kids. A lot of times, like in summer on the weekends when we were back in Memphis, I'd be like looking online, see something to do with them. And same thing here. There's a lot of different things to do with kids, either outside or inside. So if you have children, you can definitely keep your kids entertained. We have gone to like a different thing almost every day, and they really enjoyed it. So I do appreciate all the things they have for kids here.
Yeah, I will say this. I feel you can feel the love for children here in Panama. It versus like when you become a parent, you're looking for places to take your kids because you're still an adult. You still like to drink beer or go hang out at places with your friends and things like that. But then you have a lot of people that's kind of like, nah, you can't. We don't want kids in here, or we don't want kids around us. And I feel like Panamanian people are like, you can be an adult and still bring your kids with you, right?
I don't know. I feel like that in Memphis because if y'all know us, you know our kids was always outside.
Yeah, but there are places where it's like you don't have to. We have Rail Guard, but they got
our kids to every brewery.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that they didn't make a place for kids to be, right? Yeah. Where it's like you go there and yeah, we can bring our kids with us, but they're like, well, what are we gonna do? You gotta bring tablets and all of this stuff. Here, they'd be like, here, you can sit down, you can eat your food, you can have a beer. There's the kid part over there, right?
That was one of the 2 places.
Yeah, we ain't been here for 3 weeks. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, but it's a lot of places
outside.
Yeah, but I mean, but they were outside, but it was like go play with them rocks over there. You know what I mean?
They had a good time with the rocks.
Yeah, they did. But it was like, yeah. But I feel like here they do a lot of stuff like how we will, like when we grew up and we grew up with the McDonald's with the Playhouse.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they got so many.
You see what I'm saying?
The McDonald's and like the KFC or something.
Yeah.
Here has a play area. There are, I understand. There are a lot of places that are very accommodating to kids.
That's what I was trying to say. Accommodating
to kids. Yeah, we have passed a couple of McDonald's, a couple KFCs, and they have the play areas. I don't know what happened to the play areas in the States. There's a few, like in Memphis, I know there's a Chick-fil-A that has.
This is definitely your water.
Ooh, I know.
It's your water. That's nasty. It's not nasty. That's your water. It doesn't taste like that's my water over there. This is my water right here.
You tasted my backwash. Well, that's the Chick-fil-A in Memphis does have a play area, but we have passed several places that have a play area. Yeah, so very accommodating to kids, which is important for you to know if you do come.
Do you have anything that you miss from the United States?
Besides our people, no.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's like, oh my god. Yeah. Besides our people. Our Taco Tuesday crew, shout out to our Taco Tuesday.
Definitely miss our people. Definitely we're gonna try to figure out what it looks like.
And I might not even feel that much because, and I know this wasn't our Taco Tuesday crew or like our church family, but we just had a week with like really close people. So I feel like refueled by that. Yeah. And so as of right now,
yeah. I will say like I do miss my people. I think that even the big interactions and the small interactions that we had even at church, right? We went to go visit a church here in Panama, and it was incredible because it was truly a blending of two. It was a culture inviting you in. And so like it's a Panamanian church. So everything is pretty much in Spanish. And so the worship, because I sung worship at my church, I'm so used to singing worship in English, and they were singing worship, the same songs in Spanish, and it threw me off for a second. And then I kind of got
we couldn't
into it
remember the English
because I
words.
couldn't remember the words, and then they had the translation up on the screen, but it didn't match what I remembered, and so it was a little different. But man, their worship was so authentic. It was so authentic. And then somebody, again, the guy that I was telling you about, Glenn, he was preaching, and then they had somebody translating into Spanish, and so it was really really cool to kind of experience that. And so we're gonna go again and just kind of see how we feel. We're gonna probably go there for about a month, just to kind of see how we feel. And if it's right for us, then it's right for us. If not, then we'll go somewhere else. But our goal is to be immersed in the culture and to really like get to know like Panamanian people um and to really share our lives with uh Panamanian families and things like that. We're not trying to stick around with just the expat people or just, people from America and things like that. So
States.
just states are trying to change my language because these are all the Americas. So
What Bad Bunny say? We're all one America. I don't know if he said those exact words, but
see, there
that's
you
what
go.
you're trying to
There you
communicate.
go. See, that's what I'm talking about. It didn't translate. Like you're in your brain.
Yes, it did. He said it in English, I think.
It didn't.
Anyway,
That's an update. That's an update.
yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah.
There's nothing terrible happening. Navigating kids, navigating language, just being in a new place. But it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like barely 3 weeks. So I feel like we're right where I expected us to be. We've done a good job we've already looking at apartments. We've already looking at a preschool for Eden, extracurricular activities for both of them. So it's like we are getting a roll of things. We didn't want to come in that first week or two and do all that stuff because that just would have been too. We just wanted to be here and breathe. Yeah. We have been packing up a whole house, trying to sell a house. Our household, if you know that we were trying to sell our house. Our house didn't sell. Very smooth. Shout out to Jeff Howard if you see this video.
Jeff.
So yeah.
Yeah. Please continue to follow us, and if you want to know more about, how we got here and our experience here in Panama, a lot of our goal is we don't care nothing about going viral and doing all of that different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We really just want to show people that even when you're young, like we are, with a small family, it is still possible. It's not easy. It is not easy, but it's definitely possible. And so we're going to go ahead and let you know what that journey looks like. I know one of the biggest things that people always ask is, what do you do about the money situation? Now, we got a little bit lucky because what we did was, we sold our house, whatever. Jasmine has a degree in teaching, so she's able to benefit in Panama. Jasmine is teaching online for school and for the online and everything like that. So just kind of follow us, and you'll kind of see how we're gonna be able to live out this thing. We don't know how long we're gonna be here in Panama. A lot of people keep asking us that. How long y'all gonna be there? Y'all gonna be there forever? And it's like, I don't know if we're gonna be here forever. But we
minimum of a year. We're gonna try it out for a year or two for sure.
We definitely want to.
It ain't gonna be like in 2 months we're gonna be like, all right, we're packing up.
Yeah, nah, we ain't giving up like that. We done did too much to get here. Mm-hmm. But I think that this is gonna be a good landing or a good place for us to start if we want to go into other countries and things like that. So, again, if y'all have any questions, please DM us, and or comment down below of some things that you would like for us to talk about. Because we're very vulnerable. We want to talk about everything with y'all.
Tell you about the whole process.
Tell you about the whole
process. I truly did. I have been documenting videos over this whole time from like the day that I was like, yes, let's do it. I have a lot of videos. So if you want to follow along, I plan to start posting them on TikTok soon. I just I'm very behind in footage on TikTok, but follow us on TikTok, Walking with the Williams. And I'm going to go back, way back. Now I'm not good at posting in multiple places. It just takes too much time. But TikTok, you can find it there.
Yeah, TikTok is where you're probably gonna find the most. If you're one of those people who want some more,
a lot.
Yeah, a lot of content. TikTok is gonna be where you're gonna want to get us. Walking with the Williams, and then on YouTube, Walking with the Williams. I post once a week, and then throughout the week we post shorts. And then I have an Instagram, the Kenneth Williams, and then we have.
Is that jazz? Is that underscore that? It's linked in the bio.
Okay, it's linked in the bio, down below. So just follow us on all the platforms. And if would it be easier for us to just make a Walking with the Williams page on Instagram, or you think?
I'm not doing no more pages.
Okay, well, I'm not doing no more pages. I'm a look here. I already said I'm gonna commit to the YouTube. So if y'all don't see a YouTube video in like. If it's been 2 weeks and y'all haven't seen the video, you can DM me and be like, bro, where's the video? All right. But I'm trying to get consistent at it and trying to make sure that I stay on top of it. She's over to TikTok. So if y'all don't see a lot of TikToks, talk to her. So, but yeah, man, thank y'all so much for Walking with the Williams. Talk to you soon. Peace.